The Steelers are off to a 2-0 start after a road win against the Denver Broncos, and Justin Fields gets the start for the second week in a row for the Steelers. And Justin Fields, 13 for 20, 117 yards. Justin Fields got the ball around. You know, the tight ends were used in this game. Pat Freiermuth had a couple catches. Darnell Washington caught a touchdown pass in this game. The numbers, 117, not much, not much at all. But there were some plays out there that was missed, called back due to penalty. George Pickens, touchdown was called back. George Pickens, and there was another play, man. Justin Fields made a great play on a rollout. He was getting flushed out of the pocket. He threw the ball on a run, and George Pickens right over the shoulder on the money, and that was called back due to penalty as well. Calvin Austin, a nice play downfield that was called back. And Van Jefferson, there was a play downfield to Van Jefferson as well. He tried to make a one-handed catch, but they did get the spot foul penalty, so they end up getting the yards anyway. But you would like to get that completion, for your quarterback and your receiver. So there was plays out there, to be made that was left on the field. And Justin Fields took, some deep shots, more deep shots in this game. Like I said, tight end usage. So you can see, with those deep shots and things, that Justin Fields and the coaching staff is getting more comfortable with Fields under center as the quarterback. So, and he did just enough. Again, like I said, with those plays being missed, they were still made. Those throws were still made, and it still opened some eyes and still said, hey, man, did you see that play? Man, we want to see if he can do some more of those things, and maybe next time those plays can count and things like that. So with Fields playing, getting more comfortable, as you can see. Like I said, number wise, you would say, hey, that's not, nothing, but you can see, he's getting more comfortable in things with the offense. So how do you take Justin Fields out of the lineup? If you look at it, it's week 3 coming up. Russell Wilson was the emergency quarterback again, number 3 guy, due to the calf slow start. Not really playing in the preseason too much and things. So he was named the starter, but that was until the calf injury and things. And now the Steelers are 2-0 coming back home. And like I said, Fields, the numbers really don't wow you and shock you, but he's still moving, doing some things with the offense, getting more comfortable. Like I said, second half of this game, the Denver defense turned it up a little bit, and it was kind of, not too much there for the offense. But how do you take Justin Fields out of the lineup if you're the Steelers? I know Coach Mike Tomlin is going to be asked about this at his weekly press conference. Probably going to be the first questions asked. If Russell's healthy, do you put him back in the lineup? I really don't see how you can do that, if you're the Steelers as of right now, because you want to see, what Fields have for the future. I mean, you really need a franchise quarterback. You really need, before you get there, you just want to see if you can have a guy who can potentially be that. And and Fields is the one that will be the one out of the 2 quarterbacks that could provide that for the Steelers. Russell Wilson, is what he is at this point in his career. So like I said, man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting to hear what Coach has to say, when a quarterback situation question comes up. And Russell Wilson, man, it's tough for him. I know he wanted to play in this game. Denver Broncos going back to the place that, they gave up on him and things like that. Paid him money to go away, and, all the things that people say. And you want to come and get revenge, even though he get the win. He didn't play in the game, but Pittsburgh, it was a stop the Steelers was a stop for him to redeem himself. People said Russell Wilson was washed up. You need to retire and all those things like that. So, hey, you get a shot with the Steelers. You come in, get named the starter, pole position, and all that good stuff. And calf injury puts you down on the sideline, and then you see Fields come in and do some things, even though the numbers, like I said, aren't there, but you can see the talent and things, and him getting more comfortable and them opening up the playbook more for Fields. So that lets you know they're getting more comfortable. So if that continues, they're going to want to see more Fields. And if they want to see more Fields and Fields, do more things, and the Steelers continue to win, and that's the main thing, winning ball games, then, how can you stop the momentum? How can you stop the train? And, for a what if with Russell Wilson, hey, he could, potentially do this, he could do that, but Fields is already, doing some things, just enough to win ball games, not putting the ball in harm with no turnovers in 2 games. So, it's a tough break. Some may say for Wilson, there's no real investment for Russell Russell Wilson for the Steelers. There's no real reason to put him in there, for the money that they're paying him and things like that. Denver is on the bill for most of it, so there's no real urgency for the Steelers, to really have to put Russell in there. So, with that being said, man, will he get on the field for the Steelers? Maybe. There's always a possibility. It's a long season and things happen, and other than that, but it looks like Fields is motivated. He wants to stay the starter, and I believe he's just going to continue to try to do everything in his power to do that. And for the first 2 games, so far so good for him. Like I said, the numbers, people are always going to point to those, and he had a touchdown call back, so you can say 2 touchdowns today, but I know the one don't count, if this and that, but you still seen more out of Fields in this game, even though the numbers don't show, so interesting, for the Steelers, in the quarterback situation, man. But if I were Mike Tomlin, man, I would just stick with Fields, and let him grow with the offense, and let things go the way it is. But I'm not Mike Tomlin, so we're just gonna have to see what he says and how he feels. But I believe that they're going to probably stick with Fields. I don't think there's nothing that Fields done to lose the job, so even though, like I said, his numbers weren't better this week, he still looked better. As far as him being comfortable, he didn't look nervous back there. It looked like he had more control of the offense and everything. So, you would like to get those plays that was left on the field for Justin Fields, and everything. But he still made the throws, like I said, made the reads and everything like that. So, there's still meat left on the bone, and there's still something to look forward to for Fields. Is he your future? Is he not? You never know. That's why, if you're the Steelers, you want to keep him in there to figure it out. You don't want to be in the quarterback carousel year to year. The Steelers are not the team to do that. They're a franchise quarterback team, and so Russell Wilson may have to wait for, the foreseeable future, to make his debut with the Steelers. And if he doesn't make a good enough showing, with the Steelers, then he may have to be, he may have to start the backup tour, after the season, because, people are going to say, hey, we didn't see nothing to believe he's still a starter, and tough break for him, but this is how the league works, So Justin Fields, is probably going to be the starting quarterback. Like I said, I don't see how you take Justin Fields out of the starting lineup, and we'll just have to see what Coach Mike Tomlin says in his press conference coming up. So thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.